money is an area that people usually have issues with. And I'd love for you to tell us how we vibe, how we attract money into our lives. A lot of it sometimes is knowledge, knowing about different ways to invest, and that's an area that you are a specialist in.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot about knowledge. And one thing that's rather unfortunate is this knowledge is not taught to us in school at all. There's all kinds of things we learn about in school, but learning about money is not one of them. And so what it takes is it takes some initiative and self-sufficiency, um, for each of us to go out on our own and learn and put in the effort. And that's where you can make a difference in your lives by doing that. I went to Brazil after coming down from this aftershock of living through the bursting of the dot-com bubble. And then that was immediately followed by the 9/11 World Trade Center attacks. And if you remember that time, after those two events happened, it sent the entire technology industry into a downward spiral, and the job market was in the toilet. And at the time, I was working as a computer engineer. I was at a tech startup. It had imploded, and I just lost my job. And that wasn't the first time that I'd gone through that experience, right? But I realized that day, that I had been spending all these years of my life building someone else's dream and not building my own. And I was so upset with myself, so disappointed. And let me tell you, Leslie, that feeling of being disappointed with yourself, that can be the worst emotion in the world. I harnessed the power of that emotion during the soul searching I was doing, those days on the beach, because I use that to fuel an amazing transformation for me. And I came to the realization that I just needed to have other sources of income so that I would not be dependent on the paycheck from my job, which is what I had been doing for years and years and years. I was fully dependent on that job. And so that's what I wanted to change. And I used that experience to fuel an amazing transformation in my life and in my career. And I accepted full responsibility for creating the life that I wanted. And so I went back to working in the technology industry. However, I started going down this path of education. I wanted to learn about investing and investing in alternative investments. That's what I turned to, because the thing that I knew was that alternative investments pay income while you own it.
Mhm.
And that's what led me to learning about real estate